back to Project A Knowledge Conference 2020. If you just tuned in, my name is Hannah Schwer. I'm your host this morning. I'm a reporter at Business Insider, and I'm very, very excited for our next guest. His name is Hubert Deutsch, and he spent more than 17 years at machine builder Liebherr. Nowadays, he's CEO at Feinguss Blank, which is a specialist in precision casting of metal parts. And he's also an expert on bringing the German Mittelstand and startups together. Welcome, Hubert.
Hello, good morning. Nice to hear you and see you.
Yeah, of course, you also get our warming music this morning. Welcome to the stage. Where are we catching you today?
So you can catch me today in my home office, and it's in the south of Germany. So in between Ulm and Lake of Constance, and yes, it's really a nice region.
Yeah, so greetings to southern Germany. I saw that on your website of Feinguss Blank, you have the claim, the future is smart. Now, to be honest, I think most people out there don't connect the metal casting industry to like a smart business, but you have reasons to state that. So what are they? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So probably I give a short impression about my CV, and I worked nearly 20 years for Liebherr, and therefore I was 14 years in the C-level as CFO and in the sales responsibility. And then I switched in the typical German Mittelstand. Blank have now roughly 1,200 employees. And as you said, this is really deep Mittelstand. I think Liebherr is not that Mittelstand as known, but at the end, the culture is like the same. But at the end, yes, we built a slogan, smart investment casting, smart Blank. And what is smart at this stage? We saw that, especially in the German Mittelstand, we have really a big problem of understanding. A lot of startups come into this market, and they enter, especially in this connection in between our customer and we as producer. Mm-hmm. And therefore, I want to highlight also the sensitivity to our employees that there is coming a transformation. And what is smart? It's not only one thing. It's really like a different portfolio of issues. For example, smart employees. We think over what is in the future our knowledge we have to have in our company. So we have to be also digital in our knowledge competence, but also on the product side. Yes. Another focus is also on processes. We have to check where we can make our processes smart, means we have to be intelligent, get the data of the machine toolings, etc., and be smart there. Also, we have to be smart in the connection to our clients, but not only on the client side, to all of our stakeholders.
Who are your clients? Can you give us a little bit about?
Yes.
An idea of your company? You said already you have more than 1,000 employees. Are you working globally, and in which industries do you find your clients?
Yes, so 70% of our turnover is located in the automotive sections, and especially, and then because of this smart issue, 100% of this automotive turnover is in the common diesel engine, because we produce parts of this turbocharger, and in the near future we will not deliver, let's say, these pieces which we have right now. We expect that we will lose minimum 50% of our turnover in the next 10 to 15 years.
Wow.
And this is really significant.
Yeah.
But at the end, also investment casting is also located not only for automotive. We are also establishing now in the medicine and aerospace business. And therefore, as I said, smart, you cannot only focus on one client. And typical clients from our side are really the German car OEMs, so Audi, BMW, Porsche, etc. But also, as I mentioned, in the industry, medical or the aerospace.
Now, they are right now especially hit hard by the crisis, the whole automotive sector and OEMs.
Yeah.
Where do you see opportunity in that? Because a lot of people are talking about that this crisis can also accelerate some transformation. Do you share that view, and where could that be?
Yes, there is a big potential, let's say, but the problem in the German Mittelstand is we are really very traditional. We are really focused on a long experience in our tradition, in our culture. And this is one of our pain points because we will not change rapidly, and therefore the dynamic we have to catch and we have to focus on. How can we survive? At the end, we do not see big potential in e-mobiles. Therefore, we have to enter into new businesses. Totally new businesses means other sections, means aerospace, medical, etc. But on the other side, I think to survive in Germany, we have also to focus what we are doing, not with whom, what we are doing. So we need more developers. We need much better understanding for our clients to be on the same eye level to develop with them the next generation of motorcycles, etc. But there is a potential, and I think also the possibility with digital aspects gives us the chance also to survive in relation with our competitors in low-cost countries.
You already had a talk this morning, cracking the German Mittelstand, how to tackle Germany's most rewarding customer group. For all those who are watching us now and missed your talk, can you give us a little bit of an idea what the main points were? How do you actually tackle German Mittelstand? How do you get them to become your customer as a startup?
Yes, I split my presentation into three clusters. One is strategy, structure, and culture. And the big problem is, as I have seen in the last few years, and I have experience on the one hand side with typical German Mittelstand on the corporate side, but also on the startup side, because with Project A, I have really the good possibility to enter into, since long time, into B2B investments. And I see the problem is we are talking mostly in two different levels. They do not understand each other. And my intention is that we get them on the same level to build bridges on the strategy, but also on the culture side. Because the German Mittelstand is very traditional, and therefore they need to get a lot of trust. And trust is the main point to see on the other side from the startups. And also what I can recommend is align your spirit to the German Mittelstand and empower also the structure to find the best.
What does that spirit look like?
Sorry?
How does that spirit look like?
The spirit looks like the spirit is, as I mentioned, the trust for this understanding. You need to enter not only for a student project, you have to enter into their strategy, and therefore you need somebody into this in this typical German Mittelstand company who takes the responsibility for such a project. Yeah, you need an owner of this project, and it's not good only to talk with, let's say, the Department of Innovation or the head of Department of Innovation. You need somebody in this company who understands where are really the decision-making people.
Just a quick reminder for everybody who is watching us out there, if you have questions to Hubert Deutsch, just ask them in the chat. Now is your chance. He has a really, really great experience and or a long time experience in German Mittelstand, so he knows how to crack those customers. And if you want to get some advice, now is your chance to ask questions.
You're really
I was
welcome.
wondering when you told us earlier about earning trust and everything. Have you actually worked together with startups at Feinguss Blank?
Yes, I took also the chance to bring them inside. But as I mentioned, I'm the CEO of this company, and it's not always good. If I say they have to talk to startups, for me, it's much better if my employees, the departments are coming and they have ideas. I can only give them some impacts. I can give them some ideas, but at the end, I only give them the chance. Also my employees, I give them the chance to enter into connections, but I want that they catch this possibility and they bring it to success.
How do you drive this change in culture that people are open to that?
This is a good question. So, first of all, day by day speaking. So, every morning, when I enter into our administration building, I say to everybody, good morning. So to really everybody and more than 100 people to get the feeling, what is now the sensitive, what is the emotion in the room, etc. And to talk to the people, to understand them, to give them trust. It's really also there a big question of trust and to give them the feeling they can decide by their own and they are self-responsible, and give them also the chance to make mistakes. And then when they made the mistakes, to give them once again energy to stand up and go for on.
In Rainer's talk this morning, he was also encouraging us to be more political. And I was wondering, there's been a lot of talk about bringing the Mittelstand and the German startup scene as two major assets of German economy together. Do you see that there can be something done by like regulatory framework that sort of like politics can help you with that?
So first of all, 99% of German's companies are located in the section of the Mittelstand. So 90%. Yeah. And on the other side, we have more than 70,000 startups in Germany. So we have to bring them together. And I think there is really no understanding until now. Also from the political side, there are some good, innovations and platforms, let's say, but most of them, they are really not successful. Why not? Because everybody in this game, let's say, thinks I cannot share my informations. They are too trustful, and we need really very urgent a better understanding how to fall down and how to organize this risk. And on the other side, we have a really hard impact also from our banks. And they want to see, if you go to a bank and ask for a loan or for money, they want to have 100% safe and secure information and products. Otherwise, they will not give you some money. So what we need is really more venture capital in the sense of startups on the one hand side, on the other side, acceptance for this venture capital in these Mittelstand companies. There's really a lack of understanding, a really big lack of understanding. And in the States, we have really good examples how it can be done.
For those of us watching us who are working at a Mittelstand, like at a small or medium company, and are maybe now inspired by your talk, what's your advice to them to take the first steps and get in touch with startups, get those innovations in their company?
First of all, search for a person which has domain knowledge in this sector. This is really important because, first of all, this domain expert can also tell you where in this Mittelstand company is a decision-making person. And I think the second one is find at the beginning, find a bright range of companies, not focus only on one company, because most problems are that these startups solve the problem for only this company, and this is too specified. For one company, you have to split to a right range and mix of the portfolio of your clients, and on a special point, then you have to focus on. And therefore, you need somebody who has this domain knowledge. This is my best, let's say, recommendation I can give.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. One quick question. Some people who want to ask questions but maybe didn't dare to write in the chat or are not at the keyboard right now, can they catch you later somewhere at Wonder or at the cocktail party, at any networking events today?
Yes, I will be also on the cocktail party.
Okay, cool. And are you looking, when you look at the program, are you joining any other sessions? Is there something you can recommend?
Yes, so for me it's really always interesting to see also information about leadership, because this is one of our challenges also in the German Mittelstand. And as I said, to bring these bridges together. So leadership is one of my main tasks where I want to focus on today, and also the business strategies to see some of them. Yes.
Okay.
At the end, also, please feel free and get in touch with me on Instagram. You can also find me there, or LinkedIn. LinkedIn is
Cool.
also.
What are you doing on Instagram? What kind of content?
Also, let's say business development and startup. So venture capital and corporate buildings.
Can you drop your name in the comment section so people know where to find you?
Yes.
Later on? Cool.
I will do so. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Super.
That was Hubert Deutsch, everybody. He is CEO of Feinguss Blank, a Mittelstand company from Germany. He's an expert and kind of drives the whole thing on Mittelstand and startups and how to get them closer together. Thanks so much for joining us today, and thanks so much for all your advice.